Morning crafters, Carol here from Carol's Crafty Ways. Hope you're all okay this morning. So hey, I was super excited because I ordered the Lou Collins Opulence collection, which came last Friday, but I haven't had time to do any YouTube clips on it yet. I absolutely love it. There's some really nice pieces in it. I've opened some of it, I've had a little play around, but I literally haven't had time this week to do much. I did one card that you may have seen that I put onto the Lou's Facebook page, which was using I think it's called the floral design. I think it's called the floral design, the floral one. And I did it with watercolour. It's a great card. I didn't use it all. Let me just show you the card. I will find it. I didn't actually use it all. I used part of it and just watercoloured it with my Tombows. I love watercolouring, so I kind of thought it was quite nice. So that's really all I've done with it at the minute. But I feel today like I want to have a bit of a play. I've got the embossing folders out, and these do two things. They emboss and cut, and they emboss. But I just feel like I want to play around with the embossing folders. I haven't done anything with embossing folders for a while. I've got some ideas that I want to do with that. Just absolutely love the frames, stencils, and obviously the stamp. Not opened that one yet. And then the birthday and the love. I think the love's in here. The birthday's fair, yeah. So I'm thinking I might use the birthday sentiment on one of the cards. And as I said, I want to use these embossing folders. I haven't done anything with embossing folders for a while. The decorative floral outline, I mean, you've seen what Lou's done with it. I've got some ideas in my head, which I might have a play around in a couple of days on that one. But I'm also thinking that I want to bring in and find it, the butterfly, Lou's butterfly stamp and dragonfly, because I may actually do something for this to coordinate with that, because I love butterflies and dragonflies. I don't know what yet, but that's on the side there. We'll see what everything turns out like. First of all, what I want to do is I want to do some switching. So I'm just going to get a piece of basic white card out. And these embossing folders, I think you get two. So if I cut this piece in half, and then I want to do sort of greens and blues today. I'm just going to take half a piece of white basic card. Because I've got these two colours out of my stash, which I kind of like, and I feel that they go sort of with the broken china, salvage patina, and the cracked pistachio. So I'm going to get my board out. You can all see. I'll just move across. I'll just move the camera across, sorry. I'm going to put the light on as well. Just get rid of that for a minute. Okay, so I've actually got here this device that I made. It's like a little foot, isn't it? And I'm going to do some smooching with it. So, and hopefully we can use both embossing folders then. I'm just going to put some of the colours on here. This is an old cuttable plate. It's ideal for this. I had a bit of a move around in the craft room, so I'm struggling to find where things are at the minute. Just spritz that with water. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to smooch it with this. I think it just gives a great sort of technique. Just smooch it on with this great thing. All this is kitchen towel scrunched up, and then I've just put cellophane wrapper on it and sellotape. Just going to put some more cracked pistachio on, some a bit more green on it. I just think it gives a fantastic effect for backgrounds. I want to leave some white on it. Let's put some more salvage patina on. Just want to get this in the background. A bit more of this cracked pistachio. I've seen people do this technique before, and I thought I'm going to have a go at that. Do a bit more broken china. Kind of happy with that. So let's clean this up. Put that away to leave that. And I just want to give this a blast. So excuse the noise of the heat gun. Just going to pop that to one side because I'm going to take the birthday die. Hopefully it'll go through here. I'll put it through the big one. I'll put it through the big one. Okay, and I want to cut this out in this pale green. Stick that down. So I'm going to make 2 cards. Let's pop this one through. Wow, like that. Let's use bits. And then I want to cut this out. I always look at the bits that come out to see if we can use them for anything. Look, there's a little Christmas tree there, look. Okay. my space saving on the card. Stay there. Put that to one side. Pop this one through. It's like a little Christmas tree, look. Ah, that's not cut at the bottom. Okay. Get it back in. Put a bit of tape on it. Took that out too fast, didn't I? I'm going to cut another one because it's missed. That's my fault because I took it out too quick. That's better. Okay. And then I want to cut one out in gold. So I'm going to layer this up, but I'm going to offset it. Okay. Don't know about you, but I always feel my die cut machine just don't cut fast enough for me. For those bits. I love when you do a card and the focal point is the sentiment. I love it. Okay, put that to one side. And then what I want to do is sort of offset like this. So have that blue poking out and then the gold there. So let's get that glued together. Get rid of the end bit on here. Come on, what's that with this? Get a pen. I've not used it for a while and I don't think it was on the stand properly. There we go. I noticed it wasn't up on its stand properly. Yeah, it's great this is, but you do have to make sure that it's fully vertical when you pop it back in the stand. Otherwise it does get a little bit blocked. But it's much easier to clear the blockage than it is, I think anyway, in the glue bottles. So I want to just offset this so you can just see the darker blue coming out of this right hand side, and then I'm going to offset that on the gold so the gold is sticking out. Okay. Could have done the thicker nozzle one actually on the back of this, but I have taken that off its stand and put the stopper in it. I've been having a bit of a move around to make room for my new Tombow pens that came. Okay, so you can just see the blue. Well, through there. There we go. Pop that to one side. Okay, now we're going to emboss this. So I'm going to cut this in half. Just measure that so I know where I'm cutting it. Just over. There we go. And I'm going to bring in both embossing folders because I want to see what both look like. So I will cut this down. Right, the sandwich for this, I think, is going to be that. Put down there for a moment. Let's see how this embosses. Don't know, I might put some shims on top of it actually, just to give it a bit more pressure. I'm not using the top part of the embossing folder. I'm not cutting out any of the bits. Just want to use the bottom part. See what it's like. I do feel that my Sizzix machine is a bit slow at the moment. Yeah, I'm happy with that, like that. Emboss really well. Right, now let's use the other one. We'll pop this to one side. This has got a script on it. And we'll do the same again. I might go that way. Put a couple of shims in. Pop that through. It's just that he's making an awful noise. Look. See how that's embossed? Yeah, that's lovely. You can just see it. Can you see how embossed that is? But I'm actually going to give it a bit of highlights. Get rid of that. I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to take a finger dauber. And I want to bring this up. So I'm going to use, I've got some eyes ink here. It's just a pigment ink, but it's metallic gold. So I just want to just gently. You can do it with gilding wax, but I find with gilding wax it can go in places you don't want it to go. But I just want to highlight now. You can also use the Micromagic Art Craft. They would work as well. I just thought I would use some ink. Just gently, don't press on too hard. I've been, I'm just going to turn that radio down. I've been playing around with embossing folders recently to just find different ways of using them. I think it's like with everything else, you get things out and then you put them away and you think, will I ever use those again? Shall I ever sort out? And then suddenly you bring them out and they come back to life. And then if you did get rid of them, you'd be like, why did I get rid of them? And you go out and buy them again. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I do it all the time. So that's what I wanted to do. And if you can just see, that just brings out that embossing a little bit more. I'm going to get a 5x7 card because I think I will do this a 5x7. And I'm going to trim it down and give it a gold backing. And then I want to stick that birthday just on the top, just a really clean and simple card. I mean, these are great for just doing A6 cards, UK size A6 cards. Okay. What I might do is just chop the card down slightly. I just like my borders central. Don't know why. I like them, it all to be central enough. A tad more. It'll still fit in a 5x7 envelope. Okay, then I'm going to put a border, a gold border around, I think. I might actually double border it. I might actually take some of this first. And then, yeah, let's double border it. So let's pop some of this colour glue. Let's pop some of this. This bottle's full, but I think I've probably forgotten to squeeze the lid down, and I think the hair has got in it. And it's got clogged up. Okay. Shan't use cowl glue so that you've got a bit of movement. Okay. Pop that on there. With a slight border. Move that out of the way so we don't get a mark on it. And then I'm going to pop this birthday just centralised on it. Let's put some of this back in, that gold on. Let's trim this down. Those bits, you never know if you want them. Pop that onto there. And then this, I think I'm going to put on some foam pads. So let me just get some. Okay, just going to cut some strips. And just pop some foam pads on, or foam strips. So I want to give it a bit of lift. You do. Okay. Come on, come on. Yeah. Put out the little one there. Mix down a little bit. There. And I'll just put one there as well. So I have also bought some video editing software. Haven't got my head around it yet. So until that, I'm just, you get me as you get me. Mistakes and all. Okay. I do kind of like the natural, because I like it when, when mistakes happen, because it just shows that we're not all perfect. But the software will help me speed things up, so you don't have to watch me do things numerous times. Right. And then I'm just going to pop that in the centre, and that just fits really nicely. Just a very simple birthday card. You could do that in darker blues, it'd be okay for a man. Okay, and then we'll get on with the other one now. So let me put that to one side. So this one, I think I'm going to do a similar idea. I'm going to bring up that embossing. What else? I wonder if we use the other embossing folder again. Let me just get some more. Another piece of blue greeny card. Because I'm just thinking maybe we could do a two sort of fold embossing, if you get my drift. One at the top and one at the bottom. So if I emboss this through the machine, I'm going to put some shims on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it round and just pop it through again. So as I said, I think my Sizzix is just struggling a little bit. There, fantastic. What I'm thinking is that these can stick together and we can make an A5 size card. I can. I've run out of A5 cards, but we'll just fold a piece of. I'm thinking that we can have one at the top and one at the bottom. They'll need trimming up, so let me do that. Let's trim this up so we just see the embossing, no sort of edges. Okay, then I want to trim this to the same size. Let's take top and bottom sides off first. Get that the same size. That was a good guess. Then we can have it like that. But again, I think what I will do is I'll mount it on a piece of mirror. So let's just mark this pencil. Let's just mark this up. My thinking is that will go down there and that will go on the top like so. But I might just have a strip across the middle. Let's get a strip for the middle, just a thin one. Like that. Then we need to cut that the same length as this card. Just bring a little cutter in, it takes up less space. Okay, so then we'll have that top, bottom, and then this across the centre, like that. But I don't like edges, So I'll think about what I'm going to do with that. But let's take our finger dauber again and let's bring in the detail of this script. So again, just very lightly. You don't want to be heavy with it. Well, that says to my something. Don't know if I'm going to be able to read it. Question. Got a word called watching. Okay. So you really do need to be quite gentle, but it's just going to bring up and lift that script. Yeah, we're going to do the top. There we go. None of that. So you can use gilding wax, but like I said, I find gilding wax does go in places you don't want it to go. A bit more on those end bits. Right, I'm happy with that. So we need to glue this onto here. And I'm just trying to work out if I need to take it. I'm going to take a tad off the top of that. Like that. Okay, so let's get this stuck onto here. Okay. And the other one. Get that right at the bottom. Okay, now this piece, what I'm going to do is take my board here and my ball tool. I'm just going to pop that in level with that, and I'm just going to run the ball tool. across the top like that, just to give it that. Turn it round and we'll do the other side. And that just finishes it off a little bit better for me. We can pop that onto there now. Just takes away that sharp edge. Put it down below there. Just level. Okay, then that's going to go onto our card. And I am just thinking what else we might want on this. I'm just wondering if we was to cut out one of these in some of this green. I think that one there. So let's try it. Let's see what that comes out like. See what it looks like. Wow, I like that. It's amazing look. Okay, we can do something with that. Right, so we could pop that on the top there. Take that down. As I said, I did get out the butterfly as well. So let's bring that in. Let's move this out of the way. I think the butterfly is going to be too big, but we could do the dragonfly. So let's cut the dragonfly out. It's going to be too big for the plate, cutting plate. Plates have just fell out the damn machine. Yeah, we did it. Put that through again. Again, what I think I'll do is I'll cut one out in gold, you see, and then double. Okay. That might look better up there. Okay, let's get one on in gold and then we can see what we're doing. That's not going to be big enough, that piece. I'm sure I had a bigger piece left. Nope. I'm positive I had a bigger piece left. I've not used it all. Maybe I have. Okay, let's get another piece of gold out. Probably did use it both. Okay, let's cut the gold one out there. Okay, let's work out now what we're going to do. Right. Bits out. Bit. Okay, so we can have this offset on there and that up there, or you could just have the gold. I wonder what that would look like cut out in gold. Let's just have a go at what that will look like in gold. Let's get these bits out. If I can use it. No. Just that one in. Right. Jim. I'm going to put some gold on this and see what it looks like as well. And then we'll decide. That's wicked, look. But let's put some gold on this one. And then we can decide which one we like. I like that. I do like that. I'm going to use them a lot. So that could go there, but I don't think it shows up that well. It's better up there. I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to put this one flat. So let's bring back the precision one. Oh. Let's bring back this one and do some dots of glue. And I should put this one flat. Onto the card. Like that. Yeah? Then the other layer, I'm going to just slightly offset. Good job it dries clear. Okay, I'll just offset that. Turn it over, squash it down. Could have just done a gold one, but it just gives it that lift. And then this one I'm going to stick on a foam pad. And on the corner for the end, and give it a bit of a lift. And a bit of glue on there, but it does. This mirror card, you can lift the glue off it, which is good. Okay. This is going to go just there. So there we go. That's the second card. I'll just bring the first one back in. There we go. Too fat, as I call it. Using the new blue colours, I do love those. Pop-up dolls, how do I use that? As I said, I will try and do something with the peony one. This one. I've got some ideas that I want to do with it. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If I can ask you to please like, subscribe, please check your subscriptions again, and please share the videos. I would be really, really grateful. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.